So can you put these pens back, please? They'll put them in first.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
I mean, it all worked out. Well, kind of. I had the love and support of my family, my fans. I needed it.
I loved to dance. My whole life, I couldn't stop. For me, my movement was almost a sequence of behaviors. Choreographed, like, yet seemingly free. My career, you know?
Lust. Hypocrite. Moonwalk origin. Leave me alone, please.
What celebrities become in our culture. You know, if you're well known and your marriage falls apart, it's an awful thing.
But to see speculation in people, it's gotta sting a little bit. I feel sorry for them. I can see you.
Am I really one of those people? That's a small club, man. A weird place to be. And there's really no going back.
You can't get unfamous.
You can get infamy.
So, that got me scared at times. I love people. What I do. They like what I do. Did. Whatever.
It's like you cross an economic threshold. They come at you with numbers like millions, literally.
Without batting a single eyelid. You put that next to someone's name, and that person will have some kind of problems in his personal life.
There's no question. Believe me, I know.
I always want to lead a more open life. I didn't like to have to protect myself from people.
Me and my beloved mother, we used to preach door to door. You know, truthfully, I didn't want to.
Especially not in '84. Having to pop on many disguises. It was to please her. You know, it was her calling.
I didn't like having to enforce boundaries, you know, but that's what it resulted into.
Humanity diminishes, you become something else.
You ever saw those cartoon characters?
Where they're hungry, and they look over at their buddy,
and that buddy starts to look like a chicken dinner? It's kind of like that. I can see you. You are not alone. You're not.
We'll talk about all of them at the end. Who wants to go next?
Janice, oh, that's all right, Janice. Go on. You didn't get up. You didn't get up. We were sitting down. Yeah. That's our whole seat.
Stay together. Stay together. The kings, stay together. Go where your kings. Go where your partner is.
Follow the king.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
They dropped me like I was shit and threw me off my roller coaster while still on high speed. With no explanation or notice. This is so unfair. How could they do this to me? Just kick me off while the acceleration is still going.
They didn't even care to slow down the coaster for me to catch my breath and reflect. How can I first get hold on Twitter before a phone call?
What is this world turning to with this remote dummy control communication? I just don't get it.
Have they forgotten my talents and all hard work I put in? Is it my weight that they just don't like or what?
I know it can't be my voice or my style of music. And what the hell is Marie talking about? My first album rocketed and hit #1. So what is the flipping fuss?
I can't believe how much sacrifice I have made. All this for the sake of what I love. Now they throw it back in my face.
So what was all the point of the glitz and glamour? Tampering with my image. Making me look older. My face wax out with makeup. Wearing artificial gold locks with that drape down in my back, you know.
Which I hated, yet accepted because of what I love. Putting on high heel shoes that made my toes corner. Look, making me wear all this distasteful clothing that I could not dare find in my wardrobe. What is this all about?
I feel wasted and used. I'm beginning to hate this life.
I thought I understood it.
Raise so high, but to bring so low.
What the hell is this feeling about?
Early mornings, you know. Sleepless nights. Interview after interview. Fake smile all day long until my face is in pain.
Snap.
Snap.
With journalists up in my face, yet I didn't find so much. Yet I didn't mind so much. All because of what I love to do. I feel so naked only with a voice that they refuse nurture.
All I have now is an unknown name and a deleted Twitter account.
What the hell is this all about?
Good, next group.
Here we are.
Okay.
Lord, Lady Di, how you doing, girl? I'm sorry to see you here so soon. You mind if I sit beside you? I'm gonna have a cigarette too. At least I can order what I want here and it won't kill me. Keep an eye out for the big guy, will you? He hates us to smoke up here. It's a cumulus thing or something like that.
You know those bastards
Took us out.
They say that fear does strange things to people. They feared you, girl. Yes, they did. You got too big.
Too big.
Too popular.
Too popular.
You were too everything. Too pretty. Too smart.
Too smart.
Too popular.
Too popular.
And girl, you wore the heck out of that black slick dress. You know the one, girl.
When you got out the limo on that slip revealed those hateful shoes,
we all hollered up here.
Good move, girl, good move. You gave that man a fit for leaving you for that.
I'm not even gonna say it.
Something equestrian comes to mind.
Me? I came up here too soon myself. But my heart was broke. I kept trying to make it mend, but it just wouldn't, you know. I mean, I tried to pretend that when I got kicked out of the group that I could make it on my own. I really wanted to show them. Show them. I did, but...
Some people say that I bought it on myself. They don't know the half of it.
It was me who started that group. Me!
And I let that Brewster Project backstab and wench take it all from me.
She took it all. Just sucked the lifeblood out of the whole dream. A group that I organized.
Nurtured. And got us connections for. Ends up kicking me to the skids. I thought Mary would stick up for me, but obviously she didn't have enough color. Hell.
I don't know. I thought the guys would pitch a fit or go on strike or something. But you know what, Lady Di? They were
went
right on
without me. They went on so swiftly that they have my replacement before I even left. Ain't that some shit? But girl,
I think we both learned that when the
whole wheel turns against you.
Look for trouble.
Next group. Just stay where you are. Just live there. Yeah. You? I'll shoot you.
What have we here then? Yet another tortured soul to cast our eyes upon.
Now look, darling, if you needed somewhere to rest for a while, you could have come into that old bed with Yoko and me.
No problem.
Free love for all.
Plenty of room for all.
So, career not going how you planned, eh?
Plan A.
The artist
versus the logic.
Drugs are the only way out.
Oh,
Man, you're so original.
so original.
Just look at this place.
Full of fucking originals. I bet they've all been telling you what to do,
What to say?
what you should be,
What you should fucking look like.
fucking look like.
And what you should say.
What you should say.
I said we'd be bigger than Christianity.
Hallelujah.
A fucking cat amongst the pigeons, I can
tell
tell
ya.
you.
Now, I had no problem with Jesus.
No. He was a cool dude. He says it as it is, you know.
What my issue, my issue, was with the fucking hangers-on.
Disciples, I think they called it.
Disciples.
These were nothing but a bunch of salesmen.
Fucking profiting from selling of someone else's, what someone else has really felt.
Had really experienced, you know.
Really experienced.
Had gone through the pain for. No.
Where the fuck were they when they hanged the poor bastard up on the cross?
Down a bar, no doubt.
Get in there!
Next news story for the prophets. I think you've got to decide if this is to be your last supper.
The Last Supper.
Everyone else will have their own goals for your life.
Your life.
They're feeding their goals on your food.
With your food.
Oh. Make sure, girl, that they're feeding on the food you want to offer.
What you want to offer. Take a long.
I'd look in the mirror.
Long.
If you're happy with what's staring back at you, then fine. If you don't recognise it, can you live with that?
Walking along that pavement can prove
dangerous, darling. But I'd rather walk along the pavement in brown shoes than in
if someone else's fucking cast offs. Next group.
Story of heaven.
So I decided in you.
I can see the blood seeping out of your ears.
Smell the rawness on your skin.
See the bruises around the edges.
It's the future.
You're the future.
And I can smell it.
I can see it.
The whole
Damn thing like a blood stain on a wedding dress. And I'm not the only one, am I?
that sound, that numbness, that nothingness.
So loud. Scrapes away your skin. Leaving you raw. Leaving you skinless.
A silence so deep you can't even hear your own heart riff.
The throb.
The rush.
The screams.
They want you.
All of them want you.
They've come for you.
Because there ain't no other sound they want to hear except the one you can't feel anymore.
Thousands.
Hundreds and thousands.
All of them screaming out for you.
Smashing bottles over their head just so they can use the broken pieces to
tear your name into their flesh.
And everyone's telling you.
You got to love it.
You gotta want it.
The whole shit and power of it because they love you more than life, man.
Love you more than their own life.
They'll gladly go away. They'll gladly go wherever you aim your finger. Except you can't even straighten your fingers anymore.
They'll gladly go wherever you aim. You can't even hold them still enough to point.
You're hearing nothing.
Feeling nothing. And the lies are filling you up.
The truth is,
you can't ever get that sound back.
Amplified the echo. You can't get more echo.
Slipping into a void.
And here you stand trying to tell me that you still feel the music.
And you'll never forget it. That it's your life force over your lightly covered veins.
Well, that's not what I see.
And I remember, honey.
I can see the future.
You won't be able to hide from it.
Especially in here.
In here, nothing stays hidden for long.
In here, the truth gets us all.
Oh, God!
Good. Next group. Guys, would you come this way? So no, you got the Royals. Diana's, can you come this way? And play the camera this way? Do you need to sit down?
Yes.
Okay, can you take those 3 chairs?
I have always loved Charles.
That wasn't the issue.
Wasn't ever the issue. And you know, towards the end, I was really beginning to understand and appreciate him better. He tries hard.
All his life he's lived in the shadow of something bigger.
A bigger person, a bigger event.
Do you know, the only time he was a star in his own right was when the day he was born.
Such a fuss was made over him. He retained that defining light until his sister was born.
Her birth and subsequent births continued the diminishing of his light, which is why he always rushed about at everywhere.
Desperately wanting the world to know that he had a point of view. An opinion.
That's rather what all that talking to plants palaver was about.
Charles, wanting the world to know that he was a thinker. A deep, sensitive thinker. But the world doesn't care about those lucky enough to be born with a finger, a kingdom at their fingertips.
That was something he never got his head around. He never quite understood.
Oh, we were happy at the beginning. Well, I was.
He was super.
And sexy. Oh, God, I'll melt every time he looked at me and touched me.
Well, I did have 2 boys, you know.
One needs a lot of heat to make a male. That's what I have been told.
Charles. That familiar name, it resonated with me.
My brother's the child, Charles. I looked after him after Mummy died.
Charles, my brother, would cry out in the night for Mummy.
I'd wipe his tears and comfort him. Didn't understand. Mummy was never coming back.
Just like I didn't understand Charles's jealousy of me.
I was only doing what they wanted me to do.
To sparkle and bring beauty and style to the brand.
That's what they wanted. And that's what I gave the world.
And he began to hate me for it.
Hated me. I couldn't believe it.
I still can't
couldn't
believe it.
Even now.
Okay, let's forget about them. They're here to observe, just like everybody observes.